Manindaya, me vicinity Asempa FM. Manindaya, me vicinity Asempa FM. Manindaya, me vicinity Asempa FM. Manindaya, me vicinity
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen high Asempa 94.7 FM. Yada munyina asesime munyina akwaba bio. Some 18 minutes after 5. Said the kan ekan no Dr. Our Deputy Health Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Bernard Okoboy Ababekansa, MP for the Lejokuku constituency here in the Greater Accra region. Sounds na Broja Jemfie, former Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer, Edema NDC, and a member of the National Communications Team of the NDC. And Doc Atnase, Baansana, Mema Doc Akwaba, no. Mami mfa we ntwam emamo se Franco Trading Enterprise. Doc, Momonto voice. Boko there.
Obi. Nyankopon adom bia boko.
Ministry boko.
Oh, ministry bia boko.
Constituency boko.
Obi, adom no we bia. Bia jukama.
Mate, enti meba ama ya hye nkomo na se ba Franco Trading Enterprise se memfa ntom anim se ene amanfo bi AUC Franco your Facebook account to defraud innocent people. And the general public is strongly advised to resist from doing any Facebook transactions with our Franco Trading Facebook account, but rather use our official Franco app and also your website. Into your app, no call Google Play Store and app to bit my download the Franco Trading Enterprise app. Your website names your francotrading.com and a francophones.com. Menu su obi o Facebook account to be say dabi and transaction be our Facebook because any other transaction be as our Facebook channel so my and say Opesa oba in office and so your branches be bria bit my baba beto nioma unim at Franco dear we stock the brand new Franco television sets ranging from 36 to 55 inches at very affordable prices near Siama free wall mount, the latest Huawei Nova 5T phones and all the latest mobile phones, accessories, laptops, tablets, printers, TV sets ni nyina obenya bi e Franco Trading Enterprise ato your number obe free 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 Franco Trading or still phone papa fie Rockstars Roofing Systems and so say Minfantu Jamamonte say NA say open the number one manufacturer of quality roofing sheets chance than roofing sheets ewo Ghana ha pa dia say ye wa ufie ye company be into for domestic and industrial purposes pa dia Rockstars Roofing Systems Limited ye roofing sheets no Ghana ha fa na nyinara ye office ho obenya ye roofing sheets no ebi na ene ye the ceiling product nso aba long lasting ceilings and we have available products bit is a POP cement, plaster board, joint filler, corner molds, centerpiece, fiber. Into a wholesaler na OP a quality ceiling product in be a contacting na yemaubi. Building contractors, individuals, and schools. Mo quality ceiling product for perfect finishing. Na your variety of designs, sizes, gauges, colors, and you bet me so produce it to meet your own specifications or your customer. Your prices and so for, and we are within the various regions here in Ghana. You free estimating so my customers in the free 0243 690 402 0243 690 402 Rockstars was a quality and affordability.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
Belmont
FM.
maybe a whatever unum bida. Mr. Belmont pebinum nedamase. Belmont original, Belmont choco, and a Belmont coffee. So unya bi ewufia energy enko vitamins of the B group then so wu papa bibi it is a niacin. It's very useful vitamin for the body. In unya bi ama mo frama ni nyi eye prompom wa so honam anase woni peduane gege na wo ho so Frebel beverages 0544 335 800 0544 335 800 Belmont I say e just the pop broja jemfia tena say Mami mana kwaba na afi. Broja boko de.
Nyankopon adoroma.
Yesi nsu a eto na nyensu ketwa.
You can imagine say nenka easy for your registration. Can crying nyina say.
Ale kroma flade ana.
Papa, easy.
Akra flade.
Easy.
We sure here
na. Car wouldn't street so correct. In swa egu straight in so no.
Oh. If I know maybe area base
and easy. Me free unse na NDC Deputy National Organizer Chief Binding the birthday
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Okay. Kochiano so me ba me chiao.
Yeah. And the rational Chief Binding we too much. Happy birthday. Now him
say national organizer so Joshua Hamidu Akamba ono so ne birthday nti omumi enu nyina national organizer any ne deputy national organizer and ne
nti I say and the headquarters can I
national organizer Joshua Hamidu Akamba man happy birthday.
Okay.
Grounds are omu adwuma nyame shram and the deputy coincidence but you know you don't know how destiny has it. Nti na papa bi se me fa nkra mo.
Okay.
Your friend PK
awo elele o se me
kind message
PK e da me kind on fan kra ba
ti me ba na me kra no was sending a message say 10 times.
Sir, and
then
because I thought say I saw his messages, but not the content, no, and yet the interviews now. I think it was on the voters when they imagine Sanka. Started discussion now. I'll repeat. Mekayama, why? Yeah, was Mekayama. Yeah, that's a Chief by the happy birthday to you once again, Captain Joshua Hamidu Akamba. Happy birthday. Mami if you could to yansa ka package, you know. Yeah, that's it.
Catching say me so me birthday busumi ayewura mu. Nti mwabwana.
Asempa FM.
The rabo busumi nu na otwimi enu pepepe na
no
worry. The microphone. Deputy Minister, Deputy Minister, privilege, say, we Deputy Minister, I said, Deputy, can I know who say, in future, but over here, Deputy Minister, say, my honest, my money, say, Neoni Nijano or man sasso.
Yeah, was stepped
down. Now, Obi, as a information we are answered MPP candidates now.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Because my Mateo baby said 13th June on mobile primaries.
I don't know.
But as a senator who interview candidates, now said there. I'm 13th ready.
I don't know. Because who's your plan is Anka. Yes, because of COVID-19, but because of now and from information at least in June the primaries might happen.
In June,
but I mean exact date, but I know saying
they say because the other day man penny lift to ban on social gathering.
When your information now
will be a question date 13 June. I say, Nasu say a lift banner obey date.
And I said, even in the NDC more constituencies be our some primary.
There were some few constituencies primaries.
Okay.
And on the NDC party, difference women MPP say in building the NDC and informing the NDC, it was built on consensus.
Okay.
And there are some areas try to build consensus going forward. The gidi say Chenchina trying mempene nti
now obese
akobio Ekosiisen On Asempa
parliamentary candidate Francis Dodovi menjina bio nti ono
Francis Dodovi no regional executive onye regional executive
Debbie
Okay.
But one of the leading members in the region, one of our communicators.
Now, Ashanti, when you're candidate for every constituency?
We have a few constituencies. I believe we have about 5 or so constituencies to go. Yeah, process now. COVID by
the allegations say you are unable to field candidate because somewhere
it's not true. It's not true. Okay. You know, we field candidates across the country.
Yeah.
And if you check the record of the NDC, any party, the team fielded candidates across. MPP for Kredru Baby Omusro. So here MPP national chairman, chairman blame Chow, Kofoso Muhu Wache. Or no say Edru Baby no MPP for Anko Jina on the constituency. No a CPP me. And no Mujama or no Ekoye. Until yeah, we field candidates across. We are a national party. Baby Abekobiano. Who say NDC. Until we field candidates everywhere. Okay. The fact that there are constituencies that are difficult for you to win doesn't mean that you neglect those constituencies, because there are people even within the constituency they see the NDC and its candidates as people that represent their interest. Until those people must have a choice, even though difficult for the party to win. Those people in those constituencies must have a choice and decide say Nipa's mercy the party wa there. Now so I was say a man who say kwa woko no say oko na wakoye ni bibiasa. Until it also, you know, serve as a check on some of the MPs say your party now was stronghold. Now opposition party no share stronger. It is not the best because the basa or candidates not relaxing. So relaxing, so I affected the presidential candidate.
That's true.
And you know, we are across. We are working. We are on the ground.
Okay.
We are very hopeful. Say 2020 Nyankopon ya adoma. Ya beto abano. President Mahama. Besanya be Ghana mampeni na watwa ni nyuma. So there's no doubt about it.
Okay. And that's Brojajen
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
He's a member of the National Communications Team of the NDC. And Obi said, okay, Obi, this is my house. It's raining. Hey, if you know.
Don't be a video. Who is a BVR kit in Abeco Century? A befa BVR kit in the men's am a channel. Oh, yeah, my dear, my house. I don't want electoral commissioner or through June, July. Obi. Some more.
Ekosiisen is the higher Asempa FM. Honorable Koboy. Any initial comments near and one item agenda into electoral commission and matters about any initial comments now.
Obi, yes. Maminda wasi na min chia mi brother Broja. Nkofo ka say chief bani fiade. But nyama insaka wa chere say yes sister if you akoto na chief nimdentia okofa no. Uko opposition na incumbent ofia Obi untini nka ema adoni go so
on Asempa FM.
Enti meti say Broja ka say ya ono so birthday date no beba se nyame bua no na onya yemba no bia we nyina nsa be kabi na Obi wow idea dey fi asem me mo bi fi nyama no mba weni Obi enti bi chaba ni na bebrenti ase say evidence no ba nyama ye kama na Obi enemi ni agi papa. In fact, with you know the president can say we are not in normal times. Na me witness ceremony be ene amma me a lot of hope. Na sana meka no me brother be a friend no ofoi. Obi ana otimi chin 30 houses a day come one say ma me nim no. Ti one time no be catch me so abrante we or Bush Road. But more than Ankosra no. And make up besana see. Me no can say before me ugbo mu din say me ba program so spend 1 hour ko bi afie on so radio no go be kasa. And you see o ma gada Bush Road.
Asempa FM.
Ofui de o ye no da enche se na chi banifi aye de no sa enche oso de be de o de o wa ye mi na so wadanfo official government spokesperson Yakufu Ado Adaro ma outside deputy minister
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Wow, Ben Dr. Kobo no. Ene o de no di. Obi, ene your manifesto, o share MPP manifesto in fact, na me pese me ma page no. Yes. Under health. O share the appropriate page no. I'll quote page 34. You see, we want to provide free specialist postgraduate training in our established postgraduate training institutions. Now, on him say, you can about restoring the nursing allowance. Yankupa Dom, friend is in Omeka Chelsea, Nakufa do be president, Omusaka allowances. Ebia once a wabeti say, Obi Omeka say 1 or 2 months and buy. Nansu, Omusaka, Omusaka. Obi, tell me, campaign, and send a mayor MP no. Utimi kofie bi omuhwe usa ukasa
we dey mesre we need you breaking news be your fanko I was here kokko.
All right, okay, no.
Good afternoon and I say good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba cho ugina of fanko hefa
Regional fanko roundabout na se pepepe
na Asempa na esi wo ho
e ba cho nsuo ni toye no kwan ni mu nyina
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
ena yehu tankofo yomani atre type junction omoko ma tada be ana omote Shell police station na war roundabout ni chen ho pe no e o be dia for fan station no petrol ni liki.
Oh, okay.
Liki ban so no muntino cars ni be class at dani omo e di omo ni face one way no.
Inti cars ni nyina akwa no mu nyina adane yomo because of leakage no.
Yes, and I can't match traffic the year for about 10 minutes. A movie, a cry.
In Sony, that's all told you.
No more cars, and when be a fear, or be a dim recur, father, and almost say petrol leaky. And he is be a bit here.
Now, in Sony, go so tall.
In Sono, and one brass is a no, I know yet, but when the moon in half like me, Simua, car when man Katankatana Kaka, do because today.
Hey,
I can't when man Katankata. Yes, the bus in one career for your natural quate.
Wow.
Merci for my Jinaka for any more. I can't keep where the net do me good to the bomb trousers.
Sir, you can't say, sir, petrol and now say, Bibisa, a goon suenia, who have a suonani a we no, Muhu in Suona Ebana, Etnebano, Muhu say, ni petrol a guso.
But the I wanted the year who say in Suona petrol no soon any.
Okay.
In Suona, I seen a eba. But Nipana only in our status or Mujaneba. And you decide on can I'm sending and father my family and son are too late.
And you see, I'm also my sign, which bass no matter much.
Yeah, and fire about 90 men down in the home theater. That's what my case for quasi.
Mate, enti my nase na yen fire service for so muti ya omon many entre of Fanko roundabout area ho. Just to go and assess the situation na bibi we home bit me ya omonye. Doc, we
Obi,
to asoma.
Oman be essential workers, they are heroes.
Yeah.
Oko abrucha fire service, omo fire service no. Omo found diagro. Omo police, omo found diagro. Omo health workers, omo found diagro. Ghana society me pacho. Oko those countries that will be so started to say and now snow talk a most of the essential workers no mass chrome because omo say by all means no a be better na dey atochi ma me by president Fie junction one Nima junction no police traffic light off obi a struggle ti me pacho yen say omo sacrifice a lot for the nation but sometimes anytime you be say weather and now BBI we pay proactiveness kakra embem so that ye mindful na ye ni jomu dada no na enije no aye more ti me pacho president Kufaro junction say Nima junction pacho say up to now police ni ho a ye pamocho police station ho omo form ni hwe ho maye of anko no is not only fire service police you also get there police ba up sanity be prevailing na bibia aye kama ye damasi obi say na me can me read manifesto no na o share page 34 you can say see on the health restored training nurses allowances in full. Deal about providing free specialist postgraduate. Where if you never obi 2004 President Kufobe president or the tunanim say Ghana ha or say in college a training specialist. Main reason to your cancer and say Obi now we're losing close to 70% of trained doctors in Ghana to foreign countries. Now research bebre excuse me so specializing. Inti ye say I didn't na ya college who person onye obstetrician who person pediatrician and when you say say wa ko abroche na ye say bebre so ko abroche na abroche for na beti won say na aden na won consider say obey ejuma wo omukrom e bia Germany na US. Inti be duru ebi no the number of Ghanaian doctors I was New York now it was almost the same number of doctors in Ghana. Inti Obi President Kufuor can say obebo mo dey am establish training college for doctors. Now 2004 na Nyankupo Adom etimi bemu. Into the first people who came out of the college were graduated inducted in 2007, 3 years later. Obi e say another problem by and say doctors are omukwa training no. Sebi skabi anywhere to your fees no. Until you have to fund it yourself as the doctor or hospital awe ejuma no. Omune was omuntia training fee ni ma o. Obi na doctor ya pam school fees. Because in the hospital, what even made it worrying is say sometimes we not doctor be work kolibu. You are training na ma wako training as surgeon. We want say kolibu a choke with surgeons. Or be so on come masama. Na kolibu bet me say because they dey sika to ama oninti stay with us. Yet me try to say you have to come and pay fees na yetu ama ono. Inti 2016 and I did 2 year manifesto mu say ye ba. Ye be mo di na training na free. Now, hereby in 2017, and I started talks. We started funding from certain sources. Now, college, may he so rest in peace. Professor Planjuru, rector, they be a chairman or doctor, so for minister, honorable Kukwajima, Obomodi Nansu, sources no more stable because now it's a breaker craft. And ne Nyankupo Adaroma Obi. I was part of a ceremony in Jubilee House. Ye papa, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and launch for the first time, Obi. All their fees, all those under training, 918 doctors training to become senior specialists, junior specialists. Their fees have been absorbed by government.
Oh, really?
An amount of 6.88 million Ghana cedis has been released to the college out of a budget of 11 million Ghana cedis. Now you know what is more?
Our college now Accra.
Ghana physician and surgeons unse college is like sebi omut and yes open na eche wade but omut training wo kolebu just that I know I say omu coordinating I mean the training program the professors that will come from elsewhere Nigeria other places and all that now physicians and surgeons omu college na wo and nyina President Kufuor na yedi here we the ama me ni say since 2004 I started college Obi Omoma passing out 1,212 senior and junior specialists. But look at this program, the ATI 918 2019-2020 academic year. Chesawan Shah, Omoya Tio Mufis ever train is close to 70% of the area from 2004. Now don't be mistaken. The cost of the program no and also counting numbers no ISA and yet to Sebi and Sono. Na sebi skabai se say Nyankupo Adom ebe ma omo meko through the program no ometima me boy me ka de bia say enye hospital ni fe na edi gide be mu Obi
Asempa FM
kolebu to be call consulting room bi e bia sebi University of Ghana Medical Center and I reach consulting e bia na e fe check kolebu now so who the patient ka so person call sa consulting room enye dan no e nipa na oye ejuma the quality enti to fulfill Sustainable Development Goal 3, which is good health and well-being, Obi. It also involves the quality of manpower. Inti minyaji because as a physician myself, no Obi, minim say na ye doctors, professors, no more health minister and that. My boss, honorable Kukwajima, and then ye launch ad in omu can say omu onfancha won. Omu chese omu soni kon. Na omu cause omu kita manifesto page no. Say hana mu kan no. Na Obi Adiba so amenia gi e President Kufuor ho ni say any Dr. Baumia say oye promise na for failure e di gide emma citizens e politicians sebi e bring honor to all of us. Only say we are all either we are put in one good basket or one bad basket. And because when a president fulfills his campaign pledge or campaign promise, it's a plus for all of us in the practice of politics. Now, secretariat, scholarship secretariat, omo registrar no, una very quiet but obi obojuma Kinsley Ajiman obi registrar. In fact, I know said the key people who arranged this program, vice president sat at the chair, Honorable Koko Jimamenu and Kinsley.
Okay.
And obi doctors are ewa Ghana micho mu nyina na onim me ko ministry no me colleague me roommate catch me nema mienu o se ko akọ catch obo say doctors nema mienu e mai ni age. First one free tuition for college and guess the second one na first me medical school no ye mai 1.8 liter car tax free and along the line no me mbo nkofo na omo twemu ni din ebi mu akoma nye wantwa na o si me accuse no ye twemu obi ama bebre car kan room enti omo si my doctor no me mfa me boss nkasa enti na 1.8 we dey have 2.0 1.8 ni sa at least na Corolla ni C180 fame enti doctor smooth here ba kwako aka the last one obi enti eda especially Kinsley Ajiman ni his excellency any me boss Honorable Koko Ajimamenu obi Planjuro ono no start we nyina rector of Ghana College now obi in fact
a old student of St. John's School in
obi and now I'm a lecturer at university obi abeji na oko extra classes for presec unze wan ko presec bana ezi oko extra classes we lego presec it will be in fact may his soul we celebrate him. Amen. Na college no obi a obekasa ye Dr. Nkrumah Mills o si ska we omanya no omusa kan no obi a kakra obi nkofo kra besu because the odi chi up and down nyina wa bre director nti Nyankopon enshira president Kufuor ni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kakra obi onim say o ye politician obi o don we ye obi me ka say o ye politician
honorable deputy
minister o ye no so ye nduro obi o ye politician
company share bono ko 2 months
no problem obi
no problem honorable
me ba obi onim say o ye politician na o bo che no e ko kama onim say e ma wo to obi because it speaks louder than the campaign message.
Yes broja
obi
broja
frontline workers
50% tax
company share net tax
dia hand no
or tomesi won say 50%
salary
increment in salary best abusumi mienu ne
frontline workers
on sankas kan
obi onim dey
enti honorable
minister wa na
minister wa ha ni abutre sani awo kan se mo shebo amudiso a doctor for bebre send me message say me need Dr. Kuboy wa ha wo kan se o mo ye scholarship o mo ye die mampani kan no na anu ya 50% no am my nti ebi kura na o mo send me message kura na o mo boa nti minister wa ha die na wa chirichiri man hu say
honorable 1 minute adena 2 months
tax exemption no for all health workers no according
no there no
but 50%
yes
there I was saying list of more Kaiser president and Kaiser every
frontline
exactly so frontline obi you have to work on the list
2 months
nyabo me see tax exemption no I call for all health workers
no me count on the list now
good obi say list no obi only bet na free one facility no facility now be catch you say we di wo mu bank I was wo mu ye na say di wo mu you want to get it right obi sika de otu ama nkrofo won tumi ko gene back so why mistake enti dia wa ma tax exemption no Nigeria no so
minister me more with
me more with
the ambassador me say doctors no consent na me dey mouth mo hwe na mo nye hu adwuma ma wo
broja afi yemra electoral commission is here position in there where are we now what is the issue against this here
obi em the pass and Dr. Kuboy na me na show video so say ope communicators a omo wa aban mu a omo kan asem a omo hwe se ochina de mekan he bisame a sen na mekan metimi aka se Dr. Okuboy kan ho bi ena obeka yisi nsem mi ba wa fidie so be kan nsem bebre ema Dr. Okuboy frɛ wo telephone so kan nsem ni bia asem ba kwa me kan sa abre no ne se contractor easy for the ama company be a friend of Talis digital
company ni say omu hia 80 days no more produce biometric voters registration kits. No omu hia 150 days no more produce biometric verification devices. Biometric verification devices no kra there yen sheda nye ho achinye because eno no ye hia na batch order. Nti eno sheda nye eyibia. Yisi for no omu se omu beye registration to omu hia BVR kit omu de beye. Na mfidie na ewo ho sesia no omu se enye papa wu chese ye de adwuma kra enye ye bio. In spite of the fact say 2019 eno no omu de ye registration and 2019 December so almost sign emye de to aba but still almost enye papa till the emfanisa. Honorable Koboy efre wo efidie no so no kan say yisi for ne nkofo no atena se apa omocho so kan brofo bia they have done negotiation say on betime the 60 to some days at the machines no aba sisi ameno ka say machines no emedru Ghana. That is,
you know that for a fact?
Oh yes. Electoral Commission are training the district officers. Are training of trainers. Our monobeko for Mako training registration officials. Infidia omode chira omu training no. Infidie no ayisi for ne say enye papa ewu no. Eno no omode ye training. Tiene mi bisa say o fo obi adwuma ma na kotwi tipa truck. Na odi tiko ede na kogina school park so kire no. Na wo field da obeda twi tipa truck no.
Na nye possible say contractors make me a supply kakra say monfa we nye training no na yere de aka ni nyina aba.
Unim, when you want to do training of that sort, o share infidie no na hoden ene de ebeko nyina. I am telling you say sisi atalis honorable ha oka omo procurement biana beyond the procurement no easy for emie niema mu nkyere wo mo sisi easy any talis digital omo twendare letters upon letters fa kwan a omo hia mfidie no ene bre wo se nka eba ene de emma nyina omo twendare sisi nti electoral commission omo ntumi nye register bia for 2020 election
omo ntumi nye
Obi,
take me so we
Asempa FM.
So electoral commission to me a new register for 2020 election. Asempa FM. Mamu mami mahabio.
Hey broja. Asempa na wakana sana.
I am telling you, there will be no new voters register for 2020 election. The earlier the EC accepts it and make do with the current register, the better for the peace of the country.
But what can you IPAC release now abano?
Right?
Almost June ending last week
IPAC
in June.
meeting no it was excuse my words useless.
Yeah, but about just to link it to the Awokan CCR.
Say yisi won fidie nim kwan on befa so registration. Komo call IPAC no komo nka say June ending. June ending any calendar so. Obi say our calendar. Ofa calendar na June ending a day be.
Meaning maybe last week in June.
Nti isi a opeso registration a wa hye ne bre. Enim bra obewie. On kan kire so be registration obe start June ending we wie July ending. What is the meaning of that? Nti there will be no new register. They are only hoping. Omo de omakuma to bo hye bi so say oh ye hwe niam e kona e bedru say na yeye. Until they are only giving tentative periods. Wabra only certain of what they are doing. And I am telling you as a practical person, there are other sides of it. Almost the 6 days. And a BSR registration, it will be chaotic, it will be abandoned, it will be disruptive. So we a field officer, why you involved me? I've been in registration since 2004. You cannot use 6 days to register a cluster for a whole new registration. Nkofo says infidie no tokwa be see polling stations.
When you've created more polling stations,
they have not created any more polling stations.
But that's what they've said. That's the communication out there.
They are doing a cluster. Listen to me. No, hold on. Registration, they are not doing it at polling stations. They are joining
it's a
5
cluster of polling stations.
So listen to me. You listen to me.
Meet you, Broja.
They are doing 5 polling stations per cluster. And they are doing it in 4 phases. So 5 cluster no creating. They are doing it over a certain period of time. They have not procured more than what they required for the registration. Meaning, so what did they mention? They needed 8,000 BVR kits to do registration in 10 days for 40 days. So 8,000 now order. Order being can now can say they have more kits to deploy because more kits to deploy. 5,000 5 polling stations per cluster. It can be on 2 and 3 because they have more devices. Because mean 5 and the 5 is going to take 4 phases. And you say, oh, baby, I to abano. Polling stations have been you can't 5 a boom. Ghana, every polling station, the average is about 700 registrants, registered voters. It is 700 times 5 you're saying. That's 3,500. And you want to tell me that you can use 6 days to register 3,500 registered voters. Now the NIA no ye koso. It is omo jumano. Easy for omo jumano. And baby aye kono. Obi, I have proposed this morning say we need an interim national elections committee. Sa electoral commission we say pamo. Nefa interim national elections committee with representations from the political parties to sit and decide the way forward.
Now, and on staff be easy staff, yeah.
It doesn't matter, it's leadership.
No, but what I say easy, I
am talking about the leadership.
But the leadership will not be on the field working. A staff
leadership, no nema direction. Staff now only district directors. I mean some another information. Yes, he catch the district directors and they say, Obi anfa na work plan mra. Na work plan no omunya no for 4 phases. 5 per cluster for 8 days. This is the official communication electoral commission from headquarters sent to the district. District director bia omo na omo am obia aye ne plan emiti deadline dia koma wo. Uko share political parties are district directors are work plan with 8 days. Uko share political parties are also obey 6 days. And the problem is not the district and the officers on the ground. It is the leadership.
But I think the man explains 8 because almost 6 days new year. They will need, I think, 2 days or a day to retool.
It is not part of it. If you do this, so Juma, then say Juma na no. Obeyama ne dimua. You don't need a mop-up.
And your mop-up, retooling the machines for the next class.
And come some 8 days, we are 7 days, they will rest and do work on the machine. That's the normal procedure. Every registration, that is how it is done. And yeah, James and Deba. It is our 7 days now, Mubaji or Mahumeno. And can't because to me call me and Koyo Yanko. I am saying that it is not possible for the Electoral Commission to do any new register for the 2020 election. And it is better for them because if they don't accept it now, we will get to a point where even the limited registration now, already 18, no, yentimi register womu. Se bi so ayisi for asheda, per se, you do baby 18 for no yentimi register womu, no obi de be call to say, yentimi register no, na affect the date for the final election they are joking. This is a serious matter that goes to the core of our democracy.
On Asempa.
When the electoral commission here Juma obey registration June July 2019. Almost on their limited registration. No? Obi, sometimes you see people see the electoral commission as MPP. It's the oncophobia or MPP da omakuma so. And so omo neutrals. Among person be cassette MPP aban into official cassette here yisia wa cassette ya ne party 2019 bra yisi ka so okoye limited registration no Dede ba kroma wote. NDC catch them say, "Untimi use online equipment to do a mass registration in your district offices." Say me boy, we interview say dun ketia on several occasions. When the EC went to the ground, what happened? The system jammed because the volume of data that were coming from across the country to the data center, no, it couldn't because the machines were programmed only for continuous registration. Into do baby no, EC4 abandoned their regional their district offices and they were now roaming looking for people to register them. This was in 2019. At the NDC Kaya Omanti and Omoko field, no, they returned to what the NDC said. I am telling you, say, Ekosiisen school biya organa ha yechre election management. Nti election ejuma mostly it is by practice and experience. The new crop of leadership ayenye omo electoral commission ono. Very few, one or two pe. And I won't say omo. I think Samuel Tete was a regional director for Ashanti region. Sribo at a point was a regional director for Ashanti region.
Yes.
They must learn and go by the systems established. Where in 2008, maybe the last example, 2008 we faced this system. Tension for 2008 election was about registration. Ask me why. In 2007, Enana Ewosa Farijan, Eko Tutu Mfidia, cameras, any idea of the registration. Until 2007, Yanya limited registration. Omutna Wana Farijan share date say March 2008 or limited registration. Edru March no, and was in May. Edru May no, was in July. Edru July no, was it 31st July to 11th August. Registration centers no kwa. Because of the volume of people who are coming, pressure never easy for Suntino. Okona utro dina no akofie. Later, no be track picture. Remind yourself. At the end of the registration, no, nipa over 160,000. Omo control omudin. Ba kofie bra no frustration ti omamba. The EC deleted 160,000 names from the register. Why not disenfranchise them? Is it not by the actions of the EC? Because these people have appeared in person at polling stations to register. EC nankasa enumenti. It is how tension na by bloated register. You could now say resolve the discrepancies near the end. And Commonwealth Observer Group. One recommendations pa any year Juma since 2008 election. Say me and Yama preka. And I have the report here. Me kind recommendations on timeline, election timeline. Ube who say Nyama AC 2008 yes lessons to move away from no. San Nyama na James and the Yakomu. So I am telling you that we will not have a new voters register for 2020 elections. Some are used to coming now. Only be the so.
No, a wish and as a prediction, which is which.
Yeah.
Say ye new voters register. No.
I am telling you as a practical person.
In a prediction.
And yet, I don't know how you will take it. But me catch you say, as a field person, am I involved in registration? There's no way the UC can have a successful new voters register for the 2020 election.
Okay.
It's the earlier.
Okay. Interim National Elections Commission. Can Broja provide us with any legal basis for its creation?
Okay.
This is a constitutional democracy.
Yes.
Let him cite a constitutional provision which may enable the triggering of his proposition and its creation.
Good. The Constitution allows for removal of electoral commissioners on grounds
of
incompetence. This electoral commission has proven to be very incompetent in all fronts. Almost registration in 18th April. Say coronavirus in
Asempa FM.
What is happening now? Say, Mimi say, what is happening now at the Electoral Commission has nothing to do with coronavirus in Ghana. It has nothing. 18th April, and Mrabe Electoral Commission they be registration. No.
They needed a CI to match.
Not CI no, they know the only 12 days, 12 sitting days in Parliament. So how could they have done the registration on the 18th April? Machines now up to today, no. How could they have done the registration on the 18th April? These guys are incompetent. They don't know their work, and they are leading us on a dangerous path. So what I'm saying is that there should be a petition for the removal of these officers, and then we have an interim, because where we are now, we are left with somehow exactly 6 months to elections.
But when
the
timeline and automatic, the president would have to refer to the CJ. The CJ should establish a prima facie case, and send our setting up the committee to investigate same. And the automatic will be the petition call and remove current.
I said will be the petition remove electoral.
Yeah, a prima facie was established. A committee was put in place.
And I'm telling you that these guys are incompetent. I'm giving you
based on KPIs.
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Electoral Commissioner 6 months to elections, only timetable. Is it a competent electoral commission? Electoral commissioner or ECOWAS network of electoral commissioners meeting video conference. Kokachi say obe start registration in June. Ni we middle July. Oba Ghana wabe catch political party say or starting late June. Ni we late July without giving date. Massa.
Okay.
Do you think that Charlotte Osei would have survived this? Say for about 6 months. We don't know the timeline for the election, and everybody is looking at them. Say Ghana is Mensa there, and now because President Akufo-Addo appointing in Intino. Let me offer Kwekuba say.
Yes.
Everybody knows Nakuma, our woman President Akufo-Addo. Jane Mensa is not an NPP member. Except that they want to tell us that Jane Benson is an NPP member.
So what's the point?
Only Nakuma na ewe Akufo-Addo hono. In free Jane Benson.
But you are not discussing Akufo-Addo. You are discussing the DC.
Now, David, ono text message now they bano. We say, omo sympathies for NPP. Electoral Commission as a wing of the NPP.
Okay.
Nti I to say oko kan Jane Benson asema. Ebe to say o kase tie Akufo-Addo.
Mawenase ben
say ye nyina ye nim say Jane Benson Akufo-Addo na appointed no. But almost onye NPP ni. Let us look at her delivery and what she has been doing up to today. Electoral Commissioner can say the opposition can ontie no ko failed no do failed or say somebody the opposition can so onye incompetent Kwekuba kun kan de oye nkyere
Mamenko Dr. Okoboy. Unfortunately for all of us, Dr. Okoboy, a member of the Entity Tender Committee at the Electoral Commission. The Parliament of Ghana has 2 reps on that committee, one from the minority and one from the majority. So he serves on the committee with, I think, Dominic Ayini, right?
Yes.
Dominic Ayini, good. Enti, Doc, my enti we baby yaba beduni.
Obi, unse, mahunso unkofo masua history pa no. Niama esia. Omutimi ye din eye
Asempa
kan.
FM.
Uko bisa sena eye abakosem enye sana eka otwimu no. Abakosem nti ebi ade a wo the first time no obi a share several times. Enti na esi
Ekosiisen On Asempa
ana old man will fear ere eboa. But luckily for many Brojano, we don't have to be 100 years to know what the fate of a political party will be. Assuming without even admitting, say you have an electoral commissioner who you think is biased towards you or is biased. 2015, yeah, can say, yeah, new register, no, Obi. Now register na your currently, now you GD nim. And you register no pe. Now you kita electoral commissioner Obi. Sebi ofa chemi or 19 no twem. Kwekuba ku de enye se na kuma ejimensa ho. Oba bi obo no modin a obo Ghana no. Kwekuba ku akoma no. Cause Kwekuba ku anytime obetie no on Charlotte Osei or a very passionate about her. In fact, I know that she went to the extent of trying to write some defense things. I just say, "Yenja no ejuma." Those days now MPP, sebi as a party no na eni njina ejuma ho na so ba ku be kasa o si mame no ye de na ejuma. The point I want to make is say now your anxiety, I use that word, now you're apprehensive about the woman. And so nyama. Now so be you call election, no results not cheer me adibako, abako sem. And I've said it before here.
Ekosiisen
it is not
Asempa FM.
the politics, but the policies and the maritime power. It is not your venom, but your vengeance. And I can say, in fact, adibako so much say you have to focus on the results and your record, and not sebi the register Iowa Electoral Commission. As for the register, it is possible to say very tainted and not very clean, but your records and your results is more powerful. Into broja omunsuna some of these things. Now be mature dem kakra. There are some decisions are discretionary. Anya decision be from Electoral Commission. Usha adia omo dream eche some person any sir. Also what drink can be different, but any mramu a obetimi da court say ukoyo mbibi. If a discretionary, not constitutional mano, that right to apply discretion, you have to follow because they are the constitutional body. But there will be more a man sem, and so you're corrector, ultimately challenging or court. And if doing something else apart from what is prescribed is incompetence, the Afarijan himself was incompetent. I respect him a lot, but I'm just following from the argument. In the Supreme Court, there were many times I would be saying, but you are the commissioner for all these years. How come you can't answer this question? At the point, you're bizarre and say, produce a list of people or some to about it was in the thousands. Only list by and do even 1,000. But official list are not reconciled now. It was a huge list. Secondly, Obi, how do we call it? Charlotte say, and you don't know where the court, you know. Afenyo Markins, me manipulated birthday.
I think it was Afarijan.
Afarijan
on the district assembly.
Exactly. So forgive me for using that word. The giant Afarijan, the one who is seen as the symbol of authority and knowledge in electoral matters in Ghana. Afenyo, Okachen said, "Dear Uye, and you're correct." Afarijan said, "It was in court that Afenyo Markins through the court proved say." Now, you're incompetent when it came to that particular decision or that particular action. Who's incompetence is really is specific. Meaning, Papa, who can just say incompetent and akuma to because rupa. And you say, oh, body, Obi, Papa, na be kamera, Papa penny, Biba, Papa penny, oh yeah, flag bearer of a party. Now where the pekra, Obi. And they say me your program
Ekosiisen
On
Asempa
different synonym now the air you so incompetence now etimi ma papa na kuma no ba so your vice president Kroma now obi sa word just obo na kuma akosro enti when they say you are incompetent and your person by your delivery enti Afarijan almighty Afarijan there were many instances and comfort challenging her in court why humbled now obi because Dr. Koboy imagine say Odi Charlotte say faith I got to Sami Oku meeting her brother and say Sami judge say Charlotte why any nema ye onyo anema ye ojo decision we say 2015 time I see mami we register more onye new one obi ene say Odi Jimensa ni file e got to broja Jemfi say on judge na ojo mami we obe score any mark and nothing I see o petition if there is grounds for removal the petition must go to the president. Refer to what? The Chief Justice. Only say Chief Justice Committee of form, not politician here. These were experienced now judges. Mama no so far I say I catch us on Omoti. Oh, but these are not people like politicians my friend of phone say mami. But when Charlotte appeared before them, they established say there was enough grounds for a removal. If Ujidi say Jin Mensa said you were yeni yama in Kramoma or abaka jija. Yes, obi nam jija yes on your conscious. Many papi amini nam Drogba chama bankasi michan akambasi. Obeka say we on your orientation. Just say unantinu. I say you are not hinged. Obi, ofi say mameni nye hinged na. Funny paper call. But this thing of NOC be started June. And by now crano, I also be started May. And say assistant. And the obi as for timelines. Every human institution can have a shift in the timelines. Obi meaning vice president be a cedar. One of the main meaning presidential candidate, one of the main contenders for 2020 election. Only running mate. And see now, 6 months. Wait, next month is June. Oh, body. Okay, Obi, say president say be why word also upese biom Obi. Obi atwa Obi. So in fact ono ankasa nkai, ba matise omo see COVID no so kan. Enti say ukra o see COVID kan a. Electoral commission there no. And then I say COVID there umpese obe kan. Obi, unim say Thalis, I don't want to, Brofo Beka say you don't want to overflog it. But we've gone past some arguments. Whether those that started by saying the processes were wrong, maybe prove what I say. In fact, and Jim Mensa, the threshold here, I think the threshold in even 100,000. The entity tender, OB, threshold is maximum 1 million. Any procurement above 1 million usually ends up with Central Tender Review Committee. Now, but say we started from somewhere. Those times when the procurement came out. But the point, in fact, and then the point I'm basically fancy so Obi here Kasai. This is a state, a country, a committee, a procurement process. Here Kasai Obi. We've given what's the way award letters. In fact, contract documents have been signed, machines have been worked on, hardware, software. Obi.
Are the machines in?
And no, I have to check Obi. I don't have that information.
Okay.
But my point is say we have we have committed and paid Obi. Now me as a member of a political party, you in power Obi. We are preparing ourselves for battle. You call election. As for the referee, say on share no boots and then we see ready. He warm me up for the game. Obi. Look, a stadium na yabano. You match. You catch say a bebo match for 90 minutes Obi. Now Obi Abeka say referee no cry shan wo fie afana wa ata ni shirt. Enu ye the problem. Tumia no the team can o say ye the tumia ma. Who bo match referee team ya dey man no. Obi na dey man yes ah. Referees association. So wanye ni nyama here. There are processes are in the farm. Me allocate to me the power to tell whether ni preparation and ni demeanor no say be say time and game the best are ready. I'm a Democrat. But
referee now man so a ball no muntime mo.
Excellent.
Obi, you have to have interest in where the referee is.
Obi, it is better to be focused on preparation for the game to be postponed than to assume the game will not come off and for that matter not be in a good shape. It's simple. It is better to be well prepared and have a game postponed than to assume the game will not happen based on the weather, only to be told that they will play the game indoors. Obi moto what I say? Yeah, but me sure weather no. Me can say na weather na show me ba so ba me say broja mo be opposition there snow crowd on me film. Enti me to me. Preparation is the best thing.
Asempa FM.
Snow crowd we on me film. Enti me catch me boys say yeah na bra na aka 101 there be fa ho adwin. Obi, so the point is that as for MPP we are praying, but you see me can't be we are brothers. This is one family, this is one country. We are not enemies. The enemy today is COVID, unemployment, challenges and all that. Obi, me point in say we've gone past the stage of Obi. Ushe sky there to procurement process. Thalis you okay contract no worth millions of dollars. Ushe sky there ma software, our state, at Obi, what I say? Ushe procurement here for sanitizers, for thermometer. Electoral commission why advert companies have bidded. I won't cut to the process. Obi, once you see all these things in motion, you can see where the line or the path is going. Me pacho, me sure I wrote him verbatim. I see, I am telling you that we will not have a new register. Obi say you will never be because the democracy Asempa studio is conducive. Look, me na me catch to be honest. If based on this statement, preparation, the paper got 2 courts in him, judges and now Fred Broja. Nothing I took by Supreme Court, Say, young man, this is your voice
on Asempa FM.
They will not have the register. Please tell us your powers. We want to hear from you. Broja Besisa. Obi, Obi da. Obi,
no, but doc, the other thing will be
yeah.
If as we speak, this year we are almost ending May.
Yeah.
Electoral Commission into me definite date. Dr. Srebo Kwakudi nkomo. And it was a specific question I mean, and say when exactly and registration is started or say end of June. For now, after commissioners never can say agree on the exact date.
You know what? Me catch na me the one of the Electoral Commission penifon be bon komo. Me nim say official government spokesperson. If you tell me more, me nim say normal fana.
Okay.
When they miss their first date, one advice I made man one of them he say, until you get all your things in front of you. Me see all your things. I'm not only talking about hardware. Until all is set, I only said this is the path. You know, don't be mentioning specific dates. And the reason I'll give you is simple. Obibeti now you see a shift in date just by one day. And you can say, oh, no, left or right. Obi matter what I say. Especially when a lot of things must fall in line for you to have the dates as it you have said. So you find say one man Obi contract say on supply with thermometer guns Obi. Who dey why you find here? 2 weeks no dey amount.
Asempa FM.
Procurement documents say 2 weeks Obi. Now brother can say me sell me pacho. Logistical chain across the world are affected by COVID. Enti me manufacturer na catch say Obi need 1 more week Obi. Without a thermometer gun, you cannot have the registration. So that particular act, you know, Obi, can make your timeline shift by a week. So me more advice. Say, immediately they miss that first day, I told them, never be in a hurry to give a date. But state the season. Obi, look, Wakacha will say June ending. What does he tell me? He tells me that before we jump into July, I should have seen people queuing to register. But what I say? And you know what, Obi, planning. Obi awaye planning dano. You do annual planning. Ukwa awaye planning for the year. Unyanyami. Unim say all the workers say meye we June, meye we July. Obi, it's a shift by 5 days either before or after. No, who are planning over? By any politics in tea. Mimi abroad and you win me. Who's the political parties organ doors? Abroad doing person money. Obi, abroad is say missing by 1 day already. No, open work catch you say unye prepared. So I gave one of them advice. Say, if I were in your shoes, you know you want to do this in June, but there's a chain. Let your chain fall now. And Obi, please let me tell you this. This is why me.
You end on that for me.
In end, you know, the reason why you warm me up, I want gym, I training for the match, and he said, Obi, technology, I caught very far. Only said the EC needs about 30 days on the field to get everybody registered. I'm coming. Obi,
from
6
tentative way, no, I think 36.
Okay,
yeah, I think 36.
Okay, all right. Okay, 6 days in a cluster, 5 phases, 6 days in a phase. Sorry.
Yeah.
4 phases.
Then we can 5 phases. Obi, is it 5 or 4? What I've read, oh no, I've read it. They released from the Electoral Commission.
And they released from the Electoral
Commission? Yeah. It's 5 phases.
Okay.
Boja, say no, because you are not participating, and say you are not reading the thing. And are you participating? Who will register?
Now register must also register.
Obi, okay, so methodology. Obi, let me read. Obi, let me say. The cluster system of registration. This is methodology for the registration exercise. The cluster system of registration will be used during the upcoming exercise. It will be done simultaneously in all the districts,
Ekosiisen On
constituencies
Asempa
nationwide,
FM.
with each cluster consisting of 5 registration centers. In all, there will be 5 phases during the registration period, with each registration team working for a period of 6 days in each phase within the cluster. However, a day is set aside to assemble and prepare the materials for the next phase. Obi, you know what? So if I take each phase, right, to be 6 days, now you multiply by 5 phases now. Whenever I say 30 days, but there are some in between. So you know 40. Obi, this is a worst case scenario. Assuming in June, nothing happens. Till in July, nothing happens. If they do 40 days, August, and 2nd week in September, only say because a biometric, you know, when they collect OTM, I've given you a worst case. I'm telling you why we are preparing. OBTO. Now already, Electoral Commission, there are some things they have to listen to unless you go to court you have to admit or I can say without a new register the election what is obaka the election 2020 election omu new register we omu ye so what I don't hear
They don't have that.
okay good Obi
They don't have
oh
that.
please my car about the I'm happy so cancer which means there are others you admit they have the power so get ready Obi so my argument is
Ekosiisen On
they need
Asempa FM.
40 days at West Odi media account on the field the day they finish collecting the data the rest is room work so that 40 days no is 1 month and let's say 2 weeks at West within 1 month and 2 weeks the process is done the rest is and because it's biometric data when you put it at the center base duplication those things in hand obi or wire it you don't need 2 months to do it oh so utina obi are you getting my point utina now I do here will say this is a process that can take and obi thanks for media space if you hear registration you not 10 people from station say me your friend your boy me intimi register all them queue there is no way even me all them I'm part of the incumbent government I Becca say because I will need to obi go away it won't happen so that assumption say people will be denied do let's not preempt or prejudge the process then prepare and get involved.
Dr. Okoboy in your chain and Kano Broja.
As far as NDC
register is important.
As far as NDC is concerned, they are prepared for a limited registration exercise.
Not a new voters register.
No.
But what's the difference?
Okay, the difference is very clear. You need just about 10 days to do a limited registration. And you need more days to do, a massive registration exercise. Dr. Kuboy, I a parliamentary candidate, I think for the first time.
Yes.
He should take time and follow the electoral process and how things work. Now, all can you book and on James Samode Juma office on. Yeah, registration 2019. It was a limited registration. Listen to me carefully. CI Numa Electoral Commission. Quite say so we registration over 3 months within which it also produce provisional register and give it to the political parties to go through.
Was it CI and it 3 months?
Within 3 months.
Within
3 months, which means they cannot go beyond 3 months. They need to provide a provisional register for all political parties.
Within 3 months after the compilation of the register. Good.
Bisa say, oh no, I have it. I can quote.
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
I have it.
So they also the field man.
Oh yes. Say Ushe I want to produce a CI for you.
Yeah.
Ushe,
but which CI? Because the new CI
91.
But it's been amended.
No, CI 126 is not amending that.
Okay.
You see
the three.
CI 91 is still in force, but they are amending portions of it. And no normally CI 126. Yeah. In 2019, the Electoral Commission did a limited registration. After the limited registration, 3 months passed, they couldn't produce the provisional register. Limited registration 2019. 3 months it came, NDC throw letters reminding the EC say Emrame say within 3 months produce a provisional register. This incompetent Electoral Commission could not provide the provisional register within 3 months. They went beyond it. The Okuboy Bekanchero say, oh, your computer, your far field, he doesn't know how it works.
Ekosiisen On
After the unlimited registration, Oko Elembele constituency, 4,000 names. When they produce the provisional register for exhibition, 4,000 names did not appear.
But when you say one of the cases are easy cited why they need the new.
No,
oh, they've stated.
Sure. Because you catch them say, don't go doing online registration with those equipment. And Inti bre omu call field na online ni jamu ye no. Na also omu eba back to the offline. Inti after the registration, they needed now to merge both data. Inti enfa equipment equipment are obsolete. You are the training officials. Equipment are obsolete. I need you man. You the training. I don't know the training of my officials. Inti Okoboy doesn't know. Honorable Okoboy, sorry. He doesn't know how the electoral system works. Inti say you can't someone. It is not as easy as they think. Where in 2012, limited registration. Make sure say you delete more than 160,000 names because Oman Sayan Bambi travel to the electoral commission disenfranchised those people. No? The electoral commission used 12 days for the registration. That 12 days, no, on multiplier, who cover say 50 to 60 days. Oh. But to the voter, no, it only means 12 days. Into 40 days, 44 days, 38 days now. For the registrant, no, it only means 6 days. Because I'm say, baby, I will show you. I will say, we as a resident or ordinary resident of the area. It is about 5 polling stations. Now, when to me and throw there, or move it to another cluster now, come out, obi to me challenge you. Say, free or ultimate throw there. It is to the registrant, no, it just means 6 days. Now, obi I was starting is with the 10 days. When they started, the time they were talking about was 10 days. And I'm telling you about 8 days. So I'm going to do 6 days. And I'm telling you, ma obi in fan to be
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Say see I na parliament no. Let's even assume some ranebe pass Monday. Let's assume that's not going to say parliament say eno na epicenter for coronavirus. We don't know whether it will be closed down or not. Why? Many people have tested positive in parliament.
That we don't know.
The speaker has confirmed in the house yesterday.
Saying,
you don't know that some people in parliament has tested positive.
The speaker didn't say. He didn't say that.
Or rather, one year said, if Sebi Obi results can no catch you should not come and disclose some of those results. But as you speak, Obi and out of parliament can say me I test me my positive.
Okay. And Mamin Koto before. Honorable Mohammed Muntaka.
Muntaka mumne kind.
No problem. Wabeka. Until let's even assume say the thing will pass. Unim say the EC by the electoral laws needs 21 days. They need to gazette election officials, registration centers for 21 days before they begin the exercise. And the infant says a Monday pass here. 21 days never soon that. So you see, when you are a practical person, you know the laws and you know what is on the ground. Then you see cannot do the register. So 21 days now, Omobe Gazette all the polling centers, no, for people to know and to publish the registration officials. Say Oma Kofi for test conphobia question and answer test chat CPP phobia question. Somebody can challenge for those people to be removed, and the EC must do another recruitment to replace them. Mostly they put people on waiting list and replace them. And when they publish the list, people have 7 days to go through that process. It is elections mean to say baller. You see, best start at 3 o'clock. It is about 2:30. That's a referee Maya. Men complaining could not park so channel. If I in the situation of the football now, Honorable Okoboy the kind. Say FIFA Shishamra say pre-match conference. I was say referee. We started pre-match conference upon a referee Maya. You have every right to question whether the referee is prepared for the match or not. Now, say nipa na oni babo oni catch us so mini enya butre. Na referee who say ye ba no twitwi se nche bia obeba suru no.
Asempa FM.
Nipa na oni babo na referee maaye. Na wo say onu kra no oye so much concern. So onim say ball no obedi kunum na referee maaya. E wo say team mini enu e na mu raise flag. na team baako raise the flag na baako say fatu ho na referee ni enim baby oti aboso kan obeba nti ye beba match no a na kire say enu na raise suspicions of rigging because the NPP seems not to be perturbed. Today I listened to the general secretary of the NPP on another network. Say onukra electoral commission can say June ending no na how omo because June ending there a date ben. This is what John Boadu said. On making statement in here na for see unim say easy for no madwuma no omo gina nema bebre so also omo printing nema. He ended up defending the easy obi a go into a contest adia referee ye no unim say enye papa now be cassette and who say defending referee na just say adia referee ye no unim ubi
Pastor, our position are in line with the EC position. I say no need defense. Only omoya adwin, it doesn't mean he is defending them.
One kasa only omoya adwin. Was it date now? Date. Omuma date bi ha. Because June end no mahwehwe calendar so sa me.
So me na
Inti de eye important a e wo say ye nyina ye ma ye ni koso no. Eni say electoral commission the omani ko ohawmu ye ko ohaw bebremu in 2008 ye wie ye no ye many report na mamma just one on Commonwealth Observer Group on a report about the 2008 election. You will see that the AC 2008 PPP na ACC and on a day pre-election tension eba tie de omo kafa election timetable as part of their recommendations. Oko Commonwealth omo 2008 report now go to page 38 on election administration. This is their recommendation on election timelines tie de omo kan. Or say the compression of the election calendar experienced in 2008 should be avoided as this was responsible for some of the tensions generated in the pre-election period. Let me just read it again. This is page 8 of the Commonwealth Observer Group, their report as Omobeye observation. Almost say on election timelines, the compression of the election calendar experienced in 2008 should be avoided as this was responsible for some of the tensions generated in the pre-election period. That is the same thing Jane Mensah and co are doing. Now, who are institutional? You see them building institutions. Why your election? Observer groups, Commonwealth Observer Group, I'm quoting them because they have been part of our election since 92 and even beyond. Because you independence, you can say you per se still a member of the Commonwealth. And based on their recommendations, the making kind choices, who say and leading into the biometric registration, replacement of cards, permanent transfer, any again now was part of the 2008 recommendation because they saw that the 2008 election was something that Ghana narrowly escaped. In one of the interviews of former President Rawlings, he said, the situation in 2008 was like a daya yatutuma yebie gas leaky. All you needed was somebody who would light the match. Obi pa matches to sa dining. You just needed one person. I'll be pass our matches no a dining in Ashe.
Okay.
It is if at the end of the day, 12 years after, this was in 2008. A better before 12 years after 2020, we have gone back to even a worse situation than what happened in 2008. You can't name before defending easy for
Asempa FM. Dr. Okoboy Mepacho. Ma yemfa sorry.
Obi oman ba kupe na yewo na se register broja akoma wo a onya nka enu na edebe ejuma no enu ma omo party no any omo papa former president John Dramani Mahama lose election by over 1 million votes
sebi enye register fufu we be ne be ma omuti apai uyo obi a oti apai da
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
the worst thing that can happen to a political party at an election is a very significant, and there is one word. Oh, that's what that word we did. Obi, just say any vague, but I like some particular word. Just say defeat was very convincing and clear. It's the worst thing that can happen. A people very humiliating, but I don't like that word. Make obvious and clear defeat. If not see with the previous register, what can be worse than that one? With the one you want to hold on to. So really, no, obia opeso logic no be say na eku we pa is it that omo scabby shares are former current register no omo do musical sim on so obi wa book bi or shelf bi on kan na so person ko fa o si dey bi ye nko for sa ebia either say japade and papa adiama no ana ordinary asiemu. I'm wondering why Broja omukasa kora better do be say na one share na Ghana koshi na gonna. What is the worst that can happen to your party apart from a convincing defeat? What happened with this same register? In fact, the ANC, please, I'm coming. The ANC should tell you, say, President Ekofo-Addo, any the MPP party, no, a very principled organization.
Asempa FM.
Please, I'm coming. Oh, please. Not only principled, but honesty, no, is very immense. Why am I saying so? Abaya already registered, they are losing a winning power by over 1 million votes. Or to be catch us, first now. I want this register to be more efficient and credible. Now, my team government can say, hey, now, register, President Akufo-Addo, some say, correct there, and they say Akufo-Addo correct. Now, opaque ballot boxes now, Jerry, former President Rawlings, all respect to him. Or your president, you know. Say, we improve upon the system, Obi. Color, black and white pictures, we improve upon them. Sebi, we are seeing the Oko in him. Please, I'm coming. No problem. Obi, Odi will car or do Kumasi. Now, Obono auction, and Chesa say, yes, you call him. Last me catch a way, famous or mine. Say, Nika Okita, pick up Okita, Niaji. Now, so it's not become about say that could also Sana City. Until we are asking for a new register, not because the old register no, is so corrupted, say any functional. The air can say it's not just that the work must be done, it must be done well. And Nyankupon pen on him, who say Bibia Nyankupon Eshishe. Normally, any register say one of the biggest concerns say the borders, Obi, and the virus are two borders no more. Until Sebi sa worry in your money now. Things are falling in line in a way. Sebi yenfa sunje ko register no na me pa Broja cho e bia ye dru no and the register will not happy and as akasa no to me Obi to me I can to me no e won nipa ba kun se man kaka 2050 be stop register no the process to use the old register but na enim de ye di to me ama no na to me no e wo commission nsem me kai Broja me kai the NDC asedu nketia say ozi watch our field na we ajima kai say ajima on kita to me no onye ajima ever to me ma ho who person challenge to me you have to go to the court. I just read the news Sam George court say the commission should not do their stuff in Nungo unim say every case no one call the lawyers one call they've slapped him with about 6,000 or so Ghana cedis Obi and it show say uti yetimi kasa different fora Obi but there was some places who drew ujina oye na ye dey ashisha ye say ye jina oye 2020 ye jina oye enya Obi I dey say me mu ba ye come man say be abok o manu komo but ye jina oye for 2020 na Broja a young man on nanti kwan we su sa ebi obepie no anhwa amna no mu yedu 2016 de no na wo ye me nwia no amna mu yedu na be chance na me lift no up into omo shisho omo niam ye na Obi last question bisa mami wan bisa me ni nji ohun na me ni nji ohun so a me ayen camet ro beti ma bre e wo ho tie me ye bisa Broja say yes candidate no was June nya date and ye more particular date
specific date
say yon ko to aba Broja any support catch me say on catch any for say omo nko na nko ye person
there will be no registration.
Also all things being equal say ba say be ba so
I am telling you and I'm giving you practical reasons why there will be no registration and you are still asking until if any concrete analysis to tell us say is betting register no. I have given you practical reasons why there will be no registration. And you are still asking me whether we will register or not.
And for now, what the conclusive say no registration.
Some my catch on say register no baswa.
Yes, stop.
They register now. Mama member Asempa have you.
Okay.
I have told you to also pa on put on also so there online say you seem so to me register no. On Dr. Honorable Dr. Okoboy, Deputy Minister, official government spokesperson. Mama man kwan Emma Onuya Deputy Minister cried and the no say ekese kokomemre nyina me man kwan Emma ne fa ha onu so enfam integrity and two lines so na you who is practical and who knows how the electoral processes go. I have told you say there will be no new register, so the earlier and yes I dey another Dr. Koboy can me NBC committee amesan raise because the electoral commission for say so man new register yintimi to aba until so ma shada and we mean say o ntimi nye register no but o be lead yes a ko do ba bi o be can say register bi any won ntimi to aba. They should be very, very careful.
Okay, brother, my men say.
My final words. Me encourage Ghana for you na obi anhwe no so yi. Na obi yes obi. Media makase President Kufuor the second term e be better. E be better. Chair de hu enne. The first term no ofri say eya ene o de twen second term. Na enu nti na me pese obi be hwe no nkwa. Nti enyina nhwe ho so yi. For the first time, electoral commission procurement materials, or the thermometer.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
And say we are not in ordinary times. Now, South Korea, Burundi, Kenya, about 3 or 4 countries, even the US, have conducted elections in ways that reduce the risk of the population. Media me wajidi and me say we are on the path of going for a new register. Now, oye Ghana niya mepa ucho bomodi na ko te ye bie kwan na ye be bomodi ye be sure say be register o obi antimi stop you o ni passport na o ni Ghana NIA card and ni chese o ntimi register call you get Ghanaians o me gina ma me I'll be ready to do it obi a opo obi a gina wo no ye be ye sure say people will stand for you na obi me nkoti obi kasa enkoye basabasa because unkwa na ehia yenye sure say bibia be kama na o man na ko ni guys
ma me so me na se Ekosiisen